Walk into any casino and look around. The drinks are free, the lights never stop, and nobody hands you cash, they hand you chips because chips don't feel like money. Every single thing in that room was engineered for one purpose, to keep you playing and to make sure that in the end the house wins. You own a casino exactly like that. It lives in your wallet. It's called a credit card. And almost everything about it was designed to make you lose. Now a credit card is not a scam and it is not evil. It is something more impressive and more dangerous than that. It is one of the most perfectly designed machines in all of finance, built by people who understand exactly how you think, to win a game you didn't even know you were playing. So let's sit down at the table and learn the rules, because there is one seat where the house actually pays you, and almost nobody is sitting in it. The first rule of any casino is the house edge. The small, relentless bit of math that guarantees the house comes out ahead. For credit card, that edge has a name, the interest rate. If you don't pay your balance in full, the card charges you interest, and not a little. The average is somewhere around 20 to 25% a year. Sit with that number. There is almost no investment on earth that reliably pays you 20%, but your credit card reliably charges it. When you carry a balance, you are the investment, and the house is earning that 20% off of you. But here is the genius part, the single move that makes the whole machine run, the minimum payment. Every month, the card tells you the smallest amount you are allowed to pay. Maybe $25. It feels generous. It feels manageable. It is a trap. Because when you pay only the minimum, almost all of it goes to interest and your actual debt barely moves at all. Let me show you how brutal this is. Picture a $5,000 balance at 22%. Pay only the minimum each month, and it will take you, not a few months, not a few years, but around 20 years to clear it. And along the way, you will pay nearly $6,000 in interest. You will hand the house more than the entire purchase cost in the first place, and you'll do it so slowly that you barely feel it happening. The minimum payment was never designed to help you pay the card off. It was designed to keep you at the table for as long as humanly possible. And if you ever slip, the house is ready for that too. Miss a payment and you're hit with a late fee. Slip badly enough and your rate can jump to a penalty rate, sometimes approaching 30%. The casino doesn't only want you at the table. It builds trapdoors into the floor, and every single one of them tilts the odds a little further toward the house. So why does anyone use these things? Because the house gives you free play. Pay your full balance before the due date and you pay zero interest. The card even floats you the money completely free for a few weeks. Free money. Now ask yourself, why would the house ever hand you free money? For the exact same reason a casino hands you free drinks, to get you to the table, to get you comfortable, to get you swiping. The free play is bait. And it works on almost everyone. There is an even louder version of that free drink, the 0% intro offer. No interest for 12, 15, 18 months. It sounds like a pure gift and played perfectly it can be. But it is the oldest trick on the floor. The first round is free to get you to sit down and stay. Because the day that intro period ends, the full rate snaps back into place, usually on a balance you have quietly let grow. Miss that deadline, and the house collects everything it so politely waived. And here is why it works so well. Paying with a card does not hurt. Researchers actually have a name for this, the pain of paying. When you hand over real cash, you feel it leave your hand and it stings just a little. When you tap a card, you feel nothing at all. The money is abstract, invisible, tomorrow's problem. Study after study finds the same result. People spend more, sometimes far more, when they pay with a card instead of cash. That is not a happy accident. That is the casino handing you chips instead of cash, because they know you will always bet bigger with chips. Now here is the cut that almost nobody sees. Every single time you swipe that card, the store you are buying from pays a fee, usually around 2 to 3% of the purchase, straight to the card networks and the banks. It's called the swipe fee and it never shows up on your receipt. But make no mistake, you pay it, because stores do not simply eat that cost. They bake it into their prices, which means everyone pays a little more on everything to fund the card system, including the person standing in line paying with cash. The house doesn't just rake the players at the table. It quietly takes a cut of every transaction in the entire casino, whether you are gambling or not. But what about the rewards? The cash back, the points, the airline miles? Surely that is the card finally paying you, and it is with a catch. Where do you think all that reward money actually comes from? It comes from the swipe fees and from the mountain of interest paid by everyone carrying a balance. The rewards are the free drinks. The house comps you just enough to feel like you are winning, because a player who feels like a winner keeps right on playing. And there is a darker edge to it. Rewards make you spend more. Earn 2% back is one of the most effective phrases ever invented for getting you to buy things you never needed, to chase a reward worth a tiny fraction of what you just spent. And here is the part that should end the rewards debate forever. The card might pay you 1 or 2% back, but the second you carry a balance, it charges you 24. You are collecting pennies at the front door while it quietly takes dollars at the back. Chasing 2% in rewards while paying 20% in interest is not winning the game. It is just the most expensive way there is to lose it. So who is actually paying for this entire machine? The rewards, the apps, the airport lounges, the billions in profit. It is the players who carry a balance. Roughly half of all card users do, month after month. They are the whales. The house makes the overwhelming majority of its money from the people who can least afford it, and then uses that money to hand out perks to everyone else. If you have ever wondered how the rewards could possibly be free, here is your answer. They are not free. Someone is always paying. The house just works very hard to make sure it isn't you who notices. Which brings us at last to that one empty seat. The one where the house pays you, because here is the secret the entire machine is built to hide. If you pay your full balance every single month without fail, you flip the whole game on its head. You get the free float. You get the rewards. You get the fraud protection and the convenience. And you pay the house exactly 0 in interest. You become the one player every casino quietly dreads. The one who takes the free drinks, never places a single losing bet and strolls out the door ahead. The house tolerates you because you are rare. And every part of the design, the minimum payment, the painless tap, the seductive rewards, all of it exists to make sure you eventually slip. One carried balance. 1 month you tell yourself you'll pay it off later. And just like that, you have left the winning seat and joined the whales. So if you want to be the player the house actually fears, the rules are simple and they are not optional. 1. Pay the full statement balance every month automatically, not the minimum, the whole thing. 2. Treat your credit limit as a lie. It is not your money. It is the house's bait. 3. A reward is only a reward if you would have bought the thing anyway. Otherwise, it is just a discount on a mistake. And 4. If carrying a balance is ever a real risk for you, the math is merciless and the move is obvious. Don't play. There is no shame in folding a rigged game. A credit card is a casino and the house always wins. That part is completely true. But it is only the whole truth if you sit down and gamble. The rare few who treat the card as a tool instead of a table, who collect the free drinks and never once place a bet they can't cover, they don't beat the house by being lucky. They beat it by refusing to play the game the house actually wants them to play. So use the card. Take the float, take the rewards, take the protection. Just never forget the single rule this entire, beautiful machine is built to make you forget. The moment you carry a balance, you stop being the player. You become the prize.